วัสดีครับผมวันนี้ผมมาสัมภาษณ์ Scott Henderson นะครับ Hi, my name is Nakalin from GuitarThai.com.
Hi.
Let's do some very quick one.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I heard like your tones. You have like overtone like octave highs. Are you actually has something on? I mean, you have the effects on? No.
No, it's just feedback from the amp.
One octave higher. Like that's
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's a natural thing that guitars do. They feed back up an octave.
Yeah. But your tone is that very obvious, kind of very like kind of.
Well, I guess because I'm close to the amp and the speaker's reacting to the guitar.
Oh, okay. All right. And also, I noticed that your tones recently get quite bigger. From the long times ago, I've been listening to your tribal. Tribal.
Well, I mean, it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played guitars that are inferior to these. I played inferior amps, inferior pedals. I learn as I go.
And everything gets smaller.
Well, everything is getting pretty small. I mean, now, a lot of that is. I mean, I wish I could use more effect pedals, but the airlines charge so much money. I have to fit all this into a suitcase that I can check just like a regular clothes suitcase, and otherwise the airlines would take all of our money, and we wouldn't make much money.
Do you still use the Boss multi effects? Boss?
This one, the SC70. It's on my amp.
All right.
Yeah, it's great.
Do you use that for like a reverb or something like that?
Reverb and delay, and some other special effects sometimes, but mostly just reverb and delay.
All right. Okay. And I have one question. Which was the first record that inspired you to start to play guitar?
Led Zeppelin 2.
Which song is that?
A whole lot of love.
And what is the most recently album that you listened?
Oh, geez, it's hard because I have an iPhone and I have it on shuffle all the time. So, and I don't listen to music at home because I'm too busy doing my own music at home. I listen in my car. So I have so many different styles of music on my iPhone. I love rock and roll. I love Rick Derringer and Johnny Winter and Jimi Hendrix and Jeff Beck and Led Zeppelin, but I also love Kool and the Gang and Tower of Power and James Brown and Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder, and I love straight ahead jazz, Coltrane, Charlie Parker, Joe Henderson, Cannonball Adderley. I love a lot of the modern players like Seamus Blake, Mark Turner, Chris Potter, Kurt Rosenwinkel, great guitar player. There's so many things to listen to. Weather Report, big fan of Weather Report, Mahavishnu Orchestra, John McLaughlin, George Benson. I mean, Chet Atkins. I mean, literally, there'd be hundreds of people that I listen to. I'm not a closed-minded, one-dimensional person. I don't listen to only jazz or only this. I listen to classical music. I listen to rock and roll, funk. I listen to everything. So.
And I mean, you have really kind of very strong rhythmics when you improvise. You have very sometimes very aggressive, sometimes very loose, sometimes it's very, and also the way you use rhythmics and the chromatics, everything is sometimes very intense. Do you use that like pure improvise? Let's go to it.
It is pure improvisation, and I can't really tell you where it comes from other than from listening to so many different musicians and so many different styles. I think you are what you listen to, so from listening to so many different kinds of music, I don't really even know what to call myself anymore. I'm not really a jazz guitar player. I'm not really a rock guitar. I don't know what I am.
But you have really kind of very testy the way you mix like the blues, the rocks, and the jazz. Everything your vocabulary is come out very strong and very testy.
I hope so. I mean, I want it to be a mixture like good music is really a mixture of everything. You have long notes, short notes, loud notes, soft notes. You have aggressiveness, and then you have subtlety. You have one chord jams, and then you have lots of chord changes. You have finesse and grace, and then you have power and rock and roll and tear your ears out. The mixture of all those things is what makes music so much fun.
Yes, I can hear it from you.
And so
you have everything.
It's basically trying to mix all that stuff up and just do what we do and have a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the other thing that I would like to ask you is that what is your best musical experience?
I think probably, I'd have to say honestly, being a band leader and be able to go out into the world and make albums and write my own music and play for people who recognize my music is a very gratifying thing, and it's what I've dreamed of doing ever since I was young. Because I idolized the people who did that: John McLaughlin, John Schofield, Weather Report. All these bands, Gentle Giant and Yes, and all these amazing groups who had their own music, and people would go out and they would start playing a song and the audience would be so happy to hear the song that they've been listening to on the record. That's very gratifying, so that's number one for me. But I think I've also had some really great experiences playing for other people like Joe Zawinul, who was just the biggest genius in the world, and just to even be on the same stage or even in the same room with that guy was a very inspiring time for me. So I'd have to say that's the second thing.
Yeah, I heard that you play like Hmong music on Joe Zawinul.
Yeah, we played that.
I really like that.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
It was a hard solo to learn.
I really like that.
We learned the whole solo and it was really hard.
Your solo is very testy. It's very.
It took me like a week to learn that monk solo, maybe more than 2 weeks. It was very hard. Sometimes we learn stuff that's played on keyboards. It doesn't lay very well on the guitar neck, and you have to make big jumps, and it's really difficult. It was a challenge for sure.
All right. What would you like to say anything to your Thai fan?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for your support, and thank you for listening, and for the people who've actually bought my records. I can't tell you how grateful I am, because so many of the young kids these days are stealing music from these Russian BitTorrent sites, and they don't understand that when they're doing that, they're actually really hurting the artist. It's almost like they're boycotting the artist, and you should boycott people you don't like, not people that you like. So if you like someone's music, you should buy it so that they continue to do more of it. So I'm a big supporter of the old school ways. If you like something, buy it. If you hear it on Spotify, that should just be like seeing a movie trailer. It's like that's the movie trailer. You should go out and actually go see the movie. So that's how I feel, and I really appreciate my fans who actually buy my music. It's the best thing that can happen for me. It allows me to make new albums.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thanks so much. Thank you.